Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am the Night Owl. Maybe you knew that already. We're going to draft some Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Maybe you knew that already, too. Probably if you clicked on this video. But still, I feel like I should tell you so you're not surprised when we get into the content here. Um, well, let's jump in. What do we think of this pack? I'm going to take Inventive Iteration. I think this is a pretty powerful rare. It's a bounce spell. Tempo effects are pretty good. This format is a lot slower and grindier than Vow was, but it doesn't mean that there isn't tempo. It's just tempo is kind of a little more in context in that like you're trying to steadily pressure your opponent and kind of grind them out. It's not like you like blow them up really fast or anything like that in this format. Typically, it's not impossible, that's for sure. But a lot of the games play out more like that. So this is a bounce and a card draw, and then a nice creature with a whatever ability. Apart from that, I'd probably take so there's Assassin's Ink, the old dilemma of like the engine card or the removal spell. I think I would take one of the other uncommons here. They're actually all quite good. I haven't got to go off with this yet. I imagine that it can. I imagine that this could be a powerful card. It requires a little more setup. Maybe just take the Assassin's Ink or the Kamano. Selfless Samurai is probably the worst of all of them, though. I mean, when I say worst, it's quite good. It's just, and it's good in the deck that it goes in, but I think the other ones offer more upside, so I'd be less inclined to pick those up too early. This. Well, what do I think here? There's a bunch of good red cards. Seismic Wave and Voltage Surge being the two that are the most on the table. I don't think any of the other commons are where it's at. Harmonious Emergence is also quite good. This card's really impressed me. I like both the blue cards. There's Thirst for Knowledge and there's Seismic Wave. Now, I'm tempted to take Thirst for Knowledge because it is a nice card draw spell and it kind of keeps me in blue. Seismic Wave is super good though, and it really can do very unique things and get you out of situations that other cards simply cannot, and really kind of club up a little bit and really like sometimes it just kills one thing and that's fine, but sometimes it like really just takes your opponent out of commission. And so I think it's a higher upside card than Thirst for Knowledge. I think I'm going to take Thirst for Knowledge and just stick with the blue card, I suppose, to play with my Inventive Iteration. I don't really know though. This card is like it's not as good as Thirst for Discovery. I'll put it that way. So it's a little bit worse than that. I still think it's probably the pick here though, right? Maybe I'm making a big mistake passing Seismic Wave, but well, another Seismic Wave. It's not Moonfolk Puzzlemaker. Like that's just not a strong enough blue card to still continue to take the blue cards. So here I think I'll take Seismic Wave. It's kind of just the best card in the pack. I mean, you know, I'm passing some okay red cards. Unfortunately, I passed the other one, but it's not like I picked a bad card here. I don't like Season for Renewal very much, so not much to speak of in green and white. These are all good black cards here. I've seen all of these in play and have been impressed with all of them. This card is actually, the more I've seen it and played, the more it's impressed me. I thought that this would be a card that you only play in your most aggressive of decks, but it's not. You just play even in your mid-range decks, and it like bolsters your life total and then turns into a decent creature by starting on turn 1. And I'm very happy with it. But I'm going to take the Seismic Wave here for the same reasons that I mentioned in the other pack. Better than the Boar. Well, it's being weird. Arena's being weird. Let's just confirm the pick. Made me a little nervous. Okay. Kami's Flare, yeah. So we'll take another nice red burn spell. You have a lot of white cards in this pack, but they're all kind of bad. I mean, not bad. I mean, the Spirited Companion and Blade Blizzard Kitsune are both good, and Subduer is pretty decent. Then this card basically never makes your deck. I've never seen this in play, and I wouldn't be surprised if I get through this entire format and never play this card. It's just 6-mana spells, like you don't need too many of them, especially like in your white decks. And then it's not even like it does something gigantic. Like I just don't anticipate playing that very often. There's Regent's Authority, which if you need a pump spell, that can do the trick. But I'm gonna just pick the red removal spell to back up my Seismic Wave. A couple decent black cards too. Greater Tanuki. Not seeing a ton of green though. I say as they get like a couple really solid green cards here. What do I think of this? So there are decent green cards here. This card seems like really high upside, but it also seems like really risky. And you really have to pay a ton of mana just to get a fight out of it. Like, I think Master's Rebuke is probably just better just on efficiency and reliability. There's also Tailsmaster Seshiro, so there are a couple strong green cards here. I'm not really seeing much in the way of blue. So if I want to take a card that's like with the colors I've already picked, it's basically Simian Sling, which is good. Actually, I think I'm going to take the Roadside Reliquary here because I don't know what colors I need to be yet, and I think this card will go in my deck no matter what, and it's like kind of solid in that it offers like multiple card draws. I'm looking like I might want some amount of artifacts based on like these cards. I have an enchantment already. Here, I might take Explosive Entry. The only red card left in the pack, and it's like a good removal spell. Green is looking open-ish. There's like a lot of green cards in all the pack. Also, this is a late-ish border drive. I think this card's like kind of important. So maybe I should be looking at white a little bit more, but I'm going to take the red card here. Again, it's nice to pick blue cards to like go with my rare that I picked, but like I just don't think Disruption Protocol is like very important. I'll take the entry here. And then, so I'm thinking green's like kind of open, but none of these green cards are like spectacular, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll take Explosive Entry. Okay. Here there's... Wow. Maybe white is open. This is a Fall of Lord Khanda. This card's good. There's Careful Cultivation in green, which I think is like a relatively important-ish green card. Like the 2-mana creature is really like... This is mostly a 2-mana 1/1 mana creature that also that has like backup synergies. Could take the Moon Circuit Hacker. I actually kind of like this card decently. You can get... like it's not bad to have your 2-drop like randomly like draw you cards. Like that's really good. There's been a number of black cards that they've all been okay. I'm going to take the Fall of Lord Khanda. I've been passing a bunch of white, so I might not see much white in pack 2. But the fact that this is here, pick 7, like, this card's good. This card is good. Okay. What do I think of this? What do I think of this pack? There's the Sling. There's... I don't think highly of these cards. Well, I think Moth Rider Patrol is pretty good. This has been a difficult draft. I'm not too sure yet. I don't think it's Moth Rider Patrol, even though it is pretty decent because I think white's open, but I'm gonna maybe like lean one of these other cards. I think maybe the Modern Age. Take the Modern Age. I like this card quite a bit. Fits in well as like a 2-drop. Fixes your hand. Turns into a good creature. Could be the Sling. I don't like any of this. Any of this stuff. So Sentinel's like not great. This card is not very good. It's good in specific decks and specific situations, but overall I don't think it's good. I think I might take it here just because it's the only blue card. The other options like Blossoming Sands. Maybe green is open. I could take the Fang, and it's like might be a little late to shift into that, but I'll just take the blue card. We'll take another Explosive Entry. I'll take Crackling Emergence. I don't think this card's super good, but it's playable. Bittern Season's Renewal. So blue looks like it got cut. These are all fine. I'll just take the Subduer, I guess. Yeah, okay, so Cliffs or Sling. I actually kind of want the Sling, but this is a good opportunity to pick up a fixing card, and this is like really important. So I kind of was kind of pick. I'm going to take the Cliffs, though. It's like this is going to upgrade a slot that I normally wouldn't be able to get to upgrade, so I'm going to miss the Sling. But okay. I guess we Audible, especially because there's nothing. I mean, okay, there's like Voltage Surge, there's Acquisition Octopus, but green was like relatively open. And how about I take the flying 4/4 Power Mythic green card? Does that sound good to you guys? Sounds good to me. Maybe I just end up splashing Inventive Iteration. I'll play like green-red or something, and then I already got the Swiftwater Cliffs. Yeah, that could work. That could work. So we'll start like this. We'll take the Kura, the Boundless Sky. And try to sort this out. An incredible organization here. I need to get better at doing this. I wrestle with this like every time. But right now I just want to see like how I'm looking like color-wise. Now the question is, do I lean into the red or lean into the blue? I'm inclined to lean into red because I got a couple of removal spells. I mean, I got 4 removal spells, and then just like a creature, and then I can. It's like kind of easier to splash like Inventive Iteration. What ain't you? That was a Roaring Earth. Let's take that. Let's take that. There's also a Kami's Flare, but this is like a bomb uncommon. So follow up my like mythic pick. We'll take Roaring Earth. And I'm kind of wishing I had hedged. I almost took like a couple of the green cards just to hedge. I'm like, oh, maybe green, and now I'm wishing I had, but that's okay. Hard to know you're going to open up like a green mythic, right? Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy Roaring Earth, though the Kami's Flare would also be good. It would be the other pick. I like Reinforced Ronin in some decks, but I don't think that my deck that I'm looking at is going to be a Reinforced Ronin deck unless I get... I think it's like a card that I'm not super thrilled to just jam, but it just takes a couple synergy pieces, though. There's a couple cards it synergizes with really well, and then I am really interested in it. So it doesn't take much for me. It's like, I think it's like not quite good enough in a lot of decks, but it doesn't take much synergy to get over the hump where it's actually, oh, I think this is quite good. Right, so up to 3 land cards reveal and put in your hand. Boring. Create a XX green spirit creature token or X the number of lands you control. Not boring. Okay, what is this? What is this nonsense? Bunch of fine blue cards. There's this green-red card that I'm not sure that I want. I have like no creatures. If you guys watch my last draft, I think that this card is just awkward and maybe not where you want to be. I think it's okay. Banishing Slash is kind of the best card in the pack, but I think the time for white is past. I should take Fang. I think I just need like some like defensive spells, right? Like holy cow, like I just need some early plays. So it's like I think it's gonna be better than Unstoppable Ogre in my deck. I don't think I want to grab Hot Spring here. Like I think like picks like this are like way more important. It could be Tails, but I think at this point it's like more important for me to pick up like cheap, like important pieces. I mean it could be like this to try to play like my white spells, but no, I think that I think I want to solidify myself in green, and here's some white cards coming around, and like yeah, pick up pieces like that. I think I'm gonna take Boar. It could be Tails of Master Seshiro. I actually got to think about this. In fact, maybe it is Tails, because Tails is similar to Boar in that it creates like a giant haste monster sort of, but this is a little slower, but it also costs 5 mana. But then it also like power pumps your guys. So overall, it kind of like offers like a little bit more, and it's vigilant. This is a good, like, you can use it as a trick, but I don't look like I'm going to be very aggressive in whatever deck I end up in. Also, it's possible I still end up blue-green, though I'm thinking splash the red cards, like, that's a possibility too. So let's take the green card and not lean into the red too much, when that's still something that's on the table. Okay, none of this is very good, so I'm going to take Uncharted Haven. I think I'm going to end up splashing a little bit in any case. So this is kind of a good opportunity to pick up this like any color card, and then because I'm also like not passing that much, it could be like Ember Keeper maybe, even though I don't have too much that can modify. Favor of Jukai doesn't look like where I'm at right now. Like let's just take the Uncharted Haven. Kind of risky to do when I'm like looking like I might be tight on playables or something, but I think it's fine. Here I think it's Heir of the Ancient Fang. Again, nothing too special here. I could take like Mnemonic Sphere. I'm not really close to Naturalist. It's not Gift of Wrath. Yeah, let's just take the Heir. Not an impressive creature, but it can be fine. And I think that I just need to like pick these like sort of middle of the road cards that allow me to actually have a deck, you know? Alright, Fade into Antiquity. This is good. This is good. I already got 2 explosive entries, and so I might end up like swapping some of these out. But this is basically just like an exile anything spell almost. Like there's like almost like less that it doesn't hit than it hits, you know? So let's go with the Fade. Kind of nice to see here. It's not Gift of Wrath. It could be Bearer of Memory. There's the Rugged Highlands too. Nice land, but no, I think I'm going to take the kind of the like catch-all removal spell. Kind of tough to pass that there. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is kind of tough because I really want this Thornwood Falls, but I also want this Bamboo Grove Archer. And I think at this point the Archer is more important. I already kind of have my mana sorted out a little bit. Well, so while I really want this, I think I need to like really get my like cheap end of the deck together in looking suitable so that I don't just die. This is also a removal spell for flyers, which is very important. What do I think of this? Favor of Jukai, I guess. So this kind of almost, I wouldn't say replaces the need to have boars, but I mean it does like kind of do a similar thing. It like turns into a pump spell, and then you can make a big monster out of it. I don't really like the card super much, but I don't think it's Puzzle Maker because, like I said, I think I'm green, red, splash, blue more than I'm like green, blue, splash, red. So we'll take this. Am I wrong? Is that wrong? Well, I don't think it's Shattered States era. I think this card's good when you have something like Oni Cult Anvil, you're playing like black red or something, you can like get the sack out of it. But I have no like sack options. I'll take Reinforced Ronin. I don't plan on playing this, but it's the card with the highest upside. I might find reasons to play it. Oh, the Hot Spring came back. Yeah, I'll just take it. I could, I suppose, take the Windscarred Crag and like try to get the Fall of Lord Konda in my deck. Doesn't seem that important though. Let's just take the Hot Spring. I don't know if Hot Spring's like my deck isn't looking very Hot Springy, but it could be. It could be. Oh, here we'll take the boar. Taking a safekeeping is pretty good too, but I think passing boar at this point would be silly. In favor of Jukai. Yeah, this can go on the board. All right, return to action. And the Gift of Wrath, again, I don't really look like a Gift of Wrath deck, so this can go on the board, but no. Okay, Weaver of Harmony. Here we go, here we go. Oh, jeez, there's a Behold the Unspeakable. Maybe I am green-blue. So, hang on, let's... Other enchantment creatures you control get +1/+1. And copy target activator or trigger ability you control from an enchantment source. You mean get new targets with a copy. So, I can, like, copy, like, Roaring Earth, but I really don't have, like, enchantment creatures, really. I really don't have enchantment creatures. So, maybe... boy, I think I want to take Behold the Unspeakable here, and now I think I am green-blue and maybe splashing the removal, and I should focus on picking up some like removal spells. Card's absurd. Card's absurd. So let's take this. I think that Weaver of Harmony just doesn't look like where I'm at. I only have a couple enchantment creatures. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Am I just like playing 3-color? Am I gonna play 3-color monster? Because I got a twin shot sniper here. I got a twin shot sniper. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just going to go nuts on the 3-color. I mean, I should pick up some more. Now I'm sad I passed that, the falls. I'm going to be picking, like, mana up over, like, just about anything at this point. Greater Tanuki fits right into that. I'll take Greater Tanuki. Probably better than the Goshintai or the Sokazan Smelter. I could use the cheap creatures, but I think I could use this ramp creature that fixes a little bit more. Alright. Got a boar, got another Tanuki. I think it's the second Tanuki. We'll just really lean into this plan. I have such high power stuff at the top end, and then I got a bunch of removal that I think that it's tough sometimes to like take a turn off to like do this sort of a thing, but I think I'm making a deck that's worth it. So I'll take it. What do I think of this? I think it's Flame Discharge. I look like I'm going to have a bunch of mana, and then I'm going to have a decent amount of modified, I think. Between like Roaring Earth, Explosive Entry, Hot Spring maybe if it makes the deck. And then the fact that I don't really have artifacts to like make Voltage Surge any more than Shock, so we'll do it. This is going to be a mess. This is going to be a mana mess, gang. And you know me, I don't really like doing that kind of stuff, but it's where we're at. Here's Jukai Trini. I just need another cheap creature to play. Oh, I did learn that Shrine Steward just grabs any aura. Are there any good auras that I want here? I don't think so. I don't really have that much. I saw this grabbing Twisted Embrace, and I was like, oh, holy crap. Our card's way better in that case. I thought it only grabbed the Shrines, and I'm like, okay, I mean, if you're going in on the Shrines, you could do it, but no, it grabs Twisted Embrace. What the hell? That's amazing. Like a creature that goes and draws a card, and it's like your best removal spell? Like, what in the world? Card's good. In the black decks, at least. I'm sure it's like maybe good in the white decks, too. You can grab, like, I don't know, like Born to Drive or something, you know. Come on. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, but there's a Master's Rebuke. But I got so much removal that I actually think I'm going to go with this guy. This card is really, really, really good. Really powerful rare. Let me back up on really powerful. Pretty powerful. I mean, it like finds lands and like ramps a little bit, and then also is just a creature, and then also you can like turn it into a massive card draw spell. Like, quite good, quite good. Sad to pass the Master's Rebuke, but whatever. Here's Bamboo Grove Archer. It's not the third Explosive Entry. It's not the Shattered States. Give me that snake. This is Fang. Same deal. It could be... I don't have too much channel, so no Containment Construct, I don't think. I'm just going to take the defensive snack. I'll take a second Boar. I don't think I want... This card is like weak enough that I don't think I want two of them. I'll take a Boar. Oh. Do I want another just random 2-drop over Smelter? No, I'm going to take Tails. Well, I might regret that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play 2 Tails. I have enough top end, so we'll take Smelter. Two-Tail seems a lot with the other cards that I got going on in this deck. Oh, perfect. See, now I got 2-drop here. So there we go. Take Ember Keeper. I'm not going to play the Shattered States. Sure. Here, you get a 7-Tail Mentor. I'm feeling generous. I get a Plains. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so let's do the build. It's gonna be kind of tough. It may be that, like, listen, Behold the Unspeakable is really good. I might cut it. Like, I don't know. Double blue is, like, risky, and I don't want to, like, ruin the deck here by trying to force it. And I have a lot of good options, so let's start. Well, first let's look at it with it in. I'll start the Inventive Iteration. Yeah, I think this card's still good. So we'll play this in the Behold the Unspeakable for now to start. I think I am splash blue, right? So we'll go 1 explosive entry, Kami's Flare. We'll see unused Smelter. I don't want to play the Smelter unless I just need a 2-drop. But I think I ended up picking up just enough reliable cheap creatures by the end that I don't really need to do that. Oh, hang on, go back. Seismic Wave. Start 1 Boar. We'll play both the Fangs for now. We'll see about that. I think I'm more of a Bamboo Grove Archer deck than I am a Coiling Stalker deck, but I'll think about that too. Trainee's only fine. Roaring Earth. Especially because I got, like, Shigeki here. Alright, play this, and both of these. A lot of expensive stuff. A lot of expensive stuff. Alright, removal can start slotting in. This goes here. Did I get, like, any actual just, like, 3-drop creatures? Not really. Heir of the Ancient Fang, but I just don't think this card's very good. Put the Flame Discharge. It's like, we'll put it as like a 3-mana spell. We'll see. Okay. So this is a good base. I might not play the Reliquary so I can fit enough colored sources in the deck. It's not like I have, like, a lot of artifacts anyways. I only got, like, 2 looking at this, like, with the current setup. Now I could end up with more in the deck, but it's, like, basically just is, like, a colorless spell that you can cash in to, like, draw a card. Not bad. Being able to do that with your lands is okay, but I think it's more important, like, if I'm going to be doing this Behold the Unspeakable thing, I think it's more important to be able to, like, manage the double blue, so. This is 18 cards. Right. So I think I want to play the other Bamboo Grove Archer. I've kind of grown to like this card. It's really just a defensive stalwart. Really big in the early game. Stops a lot of the small ping damage you take from flyers. Really kind of nice. And then the destroy target creature with flying ability is, like, very real. Like, it's like kind of sneaking 2 more removal spells into the deck against some decks. It's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. So I actually ended up with a ton of cheap creatures, which is nice because I think one big thing that's going to be important. Well, actually, these are spells. So hang on, I'm, like, fooling myself. Well, that's a little less, right? Which is okay because I have more to play. I'm going to play him, I think. Right, because so Roaring Earth isn't a creature either, but so I got 3 2-drops right now, 2 1-drops. I got no 3-drops, but whatever, it's fine. I'm also playing, like, multiple tap lands in this deck, so. I'll play the Coilfang Stalker. I think that's fine. Or the Coiling Stalker. Oh, 3 more cards. 3 more cards. I don't think I want the second explosive entry. It's, like, a little much. Against some decks it'd be really good. But seeing as I already have 1 fade and 1 explosive entry, like, there are definitely decks, like, I mean, look at my deck. Like, I got basically no artifact targets. You could kill my Twin Shot Sniper, but it's already done its damage by the time that it, like, is in play, right? You're, like, 2 for 1 yourself. You kill my Iron Hook Boar. I mean, it's something, but kind of the same deal. It's a sorcery, right? And so like I just like smash him for 5, and then you get to like untap, and oh, I guess I didn't kill it now. Better than dying, I suppose. But unspecial, you know. So I think that playing 2 is risky. Also, I'm getting the impression that green is the best color, and so like I don't want to be soft against the best decks by playing multiple of those, which could definitely happen. I've screwed up enough recordings now that I gotta look and make sure I'm recording. I think so. The Hot Spring doesn't seem amazing in this deck, but I think I might play it. It just kind of adds to my defensive potential a little bit. I have no other like 3 mana plays. A lot of times the annoying thing about this is you're like taking a turn off to like play it like a 3 mana play when you like maybe should be playing a creature or whatever. But I have no creatures to play on 3, so I guess Hot Spring makes the deck. And then I'm thinking it's going to be something like Boar and Trainee. Could be Emberkeeper, I suppose. I'm going to have a decent amount of modify between Roaring Earth, Stalker, Hot Spring, Tails, Explosive Entry. Yeah. So maybe Emberkeeper's a little bit better than just the Trainee. But I think Trainee is just a better card in general. So we'll go like that, and then we'll play the Boar. I do have a bunch of expensive cards in this deck, but you know, maybe I spend multiple of them, like the Boars, on like as like combat tricks. Though the reason I'm like, this card's really good. The reason I'm like not inclined to do that is because I don't exactly have like a great deck for like combat tricks. Like I have no like 3-drop creatures. I have like some 2-drop creatures, and it'll like kind of help with that. But like 2 of them are defenders. 2 of them are these Death Touchers that both don't need the power pump to get through defenders, and also like it only gives 1 toughness, so it's like it'll get 2 toughness. Like I can attack into Moonfolk Puzzle Maker and beat it. You know, like I did it. So a lot of that's why I'm like not crazy about playing 2 of the Boars. I'm not crazy about playing 2 of the Boars. These are kind of 3 mana spells, so I'll put these like this because that might end up happening a decent amount. But I do like that it's like a large haste creature, you know, so I don't know. What would be better? What would be better than that? I think I want to play all these cheap creatures. I just want to live. Makes my Roaring Earth and my Invigorating Hot Spring a little bit better. If I had like better defensive cards instead of these like ones that are like kind of, well, I mean Roaring Earth is just really solid, but like instead of like these, if I just didn't have these cards that wanted me to like have early creatures, I'd be like less inclined in like maybe better defensive stuff. I'd like lean that way a little bit, but I don't. I do want to like enable these a little bit, so playing all the cheap creatures is good. It would be like Aki Emberkeeper. Like that's it. And then wait, how much modify do I have? The Coiling Stalker maybe. The Roaring Earth. Excuse me. The Hot Spring, the Tails, the Explosive Entry. This is not that special. No, I think this is the build. Now the tricky part's going to be the land. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. I'm definitely going to lean green, obviously. Also because my fixing cards are green in the Greater Tanukis. Right. So then I have an Uncharted Haven and a Swiftwater Cliffs. So I have 15 land. If I play 2 islands, boy, this double blue is like nasty. This might be too ambitious. I think I'm going to try it though. So if I play 2 islands, that gives me 13 other lands to play with, and I play like 8 forests and 6 mountains. I really want to lean towards the forest because like all of this stuff is forest, and then 6 mountains because I already got the cliff, so it'd be actually like 8 red sources. Wait, did I say so 7? Yeah, 7, 8. Well, shoot. Oh boy, maybe this is just too ambitious. I was really hoping I could pick up some more mana cards. think it's okay though. If I play right, I get 2, so I could do 7 and 6, or I could do 8 and 5. If I do 8 and 5, I mean, it's not the worst actually. A lot of my red cards, it's like all removal basically, or expensive stuff. So if I do 8 and 5, that'll like basically guarantee me having green to like get by on the early turns. Shigeki will find me lands. Greater Tanuki will help sort out my lands. So 8, 5, and 2. It's a little short on red sources, but I'm hoping that it'll be okay. I don't think I could short myself from green sources. I think I need 2 islands to make Behold the Unspeakable castable. Really wish I'd picked up that Thornwood Falls now. I have no other options to fix, right? Yeah, okay. This is way more ambitious on the mana than I typically like being, but we're going to go for it. No, 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 no. Yeah. So 9 green sources, decent. 5, 6, 7 red sources, 4 blue sources, 2 Tanukis. Done. Alright, cool. See you for round 1. Okay, round 1. Here we go. I'm hoping I don't get punished too hard for being reckless with the mana. None of my other colors, but I have Shigeki, which could help. Yeah, I'll play it. Good defensive potential. A wind scarred a Craig. Oh, alright. I got Shigeki and Shigeki's Fang hanging out. They're chilling. They're buds. They know each other. They're friends. A twin shot sniper. Well, I'm gonna attack. Do I just jam Shigeki here? It's likely it dies to like a Kami's flare. I suppose it's just something that happens though. I'll just risk it. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm probably activating it on my turn. Okay, Purely Samurai. No. Oh, an Invigorating Hot Spring, huh? I can't cast it. Oh yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll just play the island. I'll pass. And then I can double block Samurai and then return Shigeki, and then the Fang is blocking the Samurai. This isn't a sorcery ability, right? Been burned by that so many times, especially in Vow. Happened all the time in Vow. Opponent is also firmly 3-color, but in a deck that looks like maybe... I don't know. I mean, I guess I haven't seen what cards that they're playing yet, but is splashing the black? Preventing the moths. Oh. Okay. Tag me. Aha. Do I just jam Kura here? What could make that bad? Like, it can't... I tell you what, it can't really block their creature anyways, because it has Menace. They're going to be able to pick up and fly. So I kind of want to just jam Tails instead. I tend to be a little conservative with my high power rares because it's just like they could have like if they have like an arrest or something, that's actually really bad for this creature, right? So I want them to like spend that on something else. Other options like Invigorating Hot Spring plus Bamboo Grove Archer, like put a counter. But I think I'm just gonna play Tails and get the Tails going. Like this is good. Like I wouldn't have been able to stop it anyways because of the menace. So whatever. And this is creating a big threat, or it's creating a nice threat, but then also like, ooh, also, well, maybe I should have cast Spring because then I could have sprung Kura. I'll do that this turn. Oh, you don't have it though. Okay. Flame Discharge, and I only have to pay 2 to kill Naomi, which I really don't want. I really don't want them to like be able to go like artifact attack with Naomi. That's really bad. So first I'll attack with Fang. Now there is a card that could save this for 1. There's the Regent's thing, and it is a legendary creature, so it'd get a counter. Look out. So even if I tapped out for it, because it'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I could just tap out for it and kill it. Whereas otherwise I could also get one of my other creatures on the field. I don't know. If they have the spell, the pump spell, it's really, really bad for me. If it doesn't die. It's really bad. Well, how bad is it, I guess? They'd have to, like, in order for it to be bad, I guess they'd have to, like, have the pump spell, play it, then play an artifact, and then attack into my Fang. So I guess I risk it. Oh, okay. Alright. Maybe a little over safe, but not really. Like, it's like kind of worrisome. I don't think I'm going to be activating Shigeki anytime soon. So I'm just going to play Bang Brew of Archer. Well, yeah. It blocks them off cleanly. If they want to do something to kill my Archer, that's okay. Oh, Tribute to Hirobi. Alright. I'm not super scared of that, actually. Okay. Alright. So I think I'm going to cast an Invigorating Hot Spring. And then I might channel Twin Shot Sniper, depending on the... But I think I'm going to Hot Spring, put a counter on... not on Archer, I guess. On Fang. Well, I don't need to put a counter on Fang, because they'll have to double block anyways. So actually, maybe it's best on Shigeki. Though I kind of want to use Shigeki to get actual creatures back. Eventually. But I want the Hot Spring in play so that when I cast the Kura, it's hasty and it's a big problem for them. Yeah, I think I'll do it. Well, actually, no. We'll put a counter on this. If they want to double block this, that's fine. The reason I don't want to do this is because I kind of want to leave Twin Shot Sniper up. Sure. Oh, okay. So you gain some life, you draw some cards. No, trap will do. No. I should have attacked with the rat too, I guess. Yeah, and I would just pass. I don't think I play any of this other stuff. No. A bunch of cards in hand. This is gonna be a big problem for him. I don't know, maybe I should have like put the counter on the Shigeki. I just want to save this in case, like, you know, if my stuff starts dying, like this actually buys a bunch of cards back. Uh oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, alright. I guess I just jam Kura. Okay, cool. They just fold. Works for me. Alright, gang. See you for round 2. The second round, the number 2 round, up against Nahiri. Looking pretty happy to just be wielding that sword. Yeah, I mean, I guess I got double blue and red. I mean, I got all my cards. So I got all my colors, but the hand itself isn't amazing. I think, because I got Flame Discharge to defend myself a little bit, I think I hope this works out. I don't think I pitched this hand. Play the Cliffs. We'll defer playing this. I mean, I think it's going to be a blue, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully I draw some defensive cards. That ain't it. Blue. Okay. Man, this card's good. No plays. No plays. I'll take it. So do I fade into Antiquity, or do I just Flame Discharge that? I think I Flame Discharge it on their turn. Like, I'll do it on their upkeep. Right? Yeah, I think that's my plan. Or no, it's not an upkeep. It's main phase, so we'll wait. I forgot it doesn't happen on an upkeep. Yep, you can pass to attackers. A Prowler. Yeah. I think we're still going to Flame Discharge this. Especially because what I might do, too, is exile, because this is an artifact. Well, the other thing was an enchantment, but still, I think this makes the most sense. But what I'm going to do, I think, is just bounce it. And defend myself this way. Now another land, I'm really in business. Also, I think I get to draw an extra card because I don't have an artifact card, so the chances that I get to just jam this are quite high. You got a Prowler. No other spells. Okay, Visionary, draw a card. Well, not quite it. That's okay, I could take a hit from that. Then maybe I just exile it, because I don't want them to... What could they ninjutsu out, though? They could have the, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. The Dokuchi Shadow Guy, the discarded creature card, ninja card. So maybe I just fade that? I don't see a reason to do that, though. I'm just going to play this guy. I might even just block. I think the way my hand's set up, like, I just really don't need to, like, go off here, so... In fact, I think I am going to block. Like, this turns into, like, kind of a card draw spell, but... Then again, like, this sets me up, like, if I don't draw a land, like, it'll, like, help me get there. I don't know. I don't know. It might be, like, overly safe to, like, throw this away in order to block with it. I think I'm going to block, though. Do I actually play the boar? Yeah, I think I try to save it with the boar. If they want to spend a kill spell on that, that's fine. I think... Because I have a bunch of expensive cards, like, and like a bunch of like finisher type cards in my hand, I could spend one boar to like make that play happen. Yeah, that turned out great. This turned out so good. You got a guide bot. Oh, I actually can't do both. First I attack. Oh, I can't. Attacks. So... yeah, I'll just do this on my turn, though. I don't really need to play Fang right now. I mean, they'll attack me. I don't really care. I think it's more important I set up the land. In fact, I can block. If they attack, I can block and then do this. And it'll be great. And you can draw a card. Okay. They got a bunch of cards in their hand. Are we playing against mono black, or are they just in bad shape? Please hit. Okay. Alright. Let me view the battlefield here. You guys have heard my spiel on this. Well, Platinum 2. Rank up. Let me look at the battlefield. Alright. Oh, I didn't even... where's the... I can't see what I revealed. Like, it's like not... oh, here we go. I see. It's still in my deck. Okay. So, I mean, I get rid of both my Tanukis and the Twin Shot. But it's fine. I didn't need those to win. So, okay. Opponent seemed to be struggling there. Is that my guess is what's happening. But, yeah. Whatever. Cool. 2-0. See you for round 3. Round 3 it is. Noger. I kind of like this name. Noger. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Kind of the same deal. One of these days I'm going to get super punished for just having a really expensive hand, but hopefully it's not today. Well, by today I mean this particular match. You guys get it. You guys know. Sure. So, I don't know if I want a Tanuki for the blue or not. Actually, I think I'll probably just play Fang. Like, I might regret not doing this on an earlier turn, but you can kill that if you want, buddy. Yeah, that's fine. So, because the thing is, like, if I just draw one of my blue sources, like, I'll be, you know, happy I have this Tanuki in my hand. I think I am going to do it at end step, though. Depending on what they play, I might just kill what they got. Oh my god, okay, this is bad. This card's really good. I think I'm going to get rid of the Seismic Wave. This does not look like Subboard that Seismic Wave is going to be incredible on. Man, this card's good. Alright. I'm just going to, like, E2 of my cards. Like, what the heck? Get rid of the boar. I got a Golden Tail Disciple. Sure. Wait, I could have faded that. That was really bad on my part. I just wasn't paying attention. Another Forest, yeah. I'll just jam Tanuki. If I lose this game, I deserve it. Because now I'm going to have to spend the fate on this anyways, like, yeah. Junji, the Midnight Sky. Okay. Well, I can kill it once. And then they make me discard my whole hand, but it's actually, like, not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it is the worst thing in the world. It is. But, like, you know, I think it's just what has to be done. Or no, maybe I take a hit from it first. From a graveyard on the battlefield under your control. Actually, no, this is just really bad all around, isn't it? Okay. I think first I attack. You block. Sure. I think what they're going to do is get one of my creatures back, at which point I'll kill it with the Flame Discharge. Okay. So actually, no, we'll go like this and this. Or no, I want the Fade, actually. Yeah. Well, I feel like less bad about screwing up with the Fade. I mean, it's still really bad. It's still really bad. but could be worse. And then also, like, I mean, I'm getting beat up by Junji here, and they got a Naomi. That's pretty good. Well, we'll fade this. We'll just play the forest out. No reason to hide it. Yeah, I definitely screwed up. Okay, that's a game. That's a game. I'm not sure I would have won that anyways, but still, certainly didn't help that I I don't know why I didn't think about like just removing that with the exile. I was like, oh, I just have to eat this now, you know. I was like busy thinking about like, oh, what should I discard with this, and it would have 2-for-1 me anyways. They would have got the Mythic Dragon anyways, but I would have had the Boar in my hand still probably, you know. So that would have traded with the Naomi, and then I could have maybe gone from there. Like, I have a bunch of really powerful cards in my deck, so it's like it's possible to recover. A lot of decks can't recover from that situation. I could have, but I'm going to choose to believe that that was just going to be really bad for me anyways. So, all right, cool. Next round. And this is round 4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're up against Judas. My God. This is a great hand. Yeah, let's do it. A white, huh? Oh, okay. Seismic Wave's looking alright. Seismic Wave's looking alright. We'll just jam this guy first. What's it? Reliquary. Okay. A Ninja's Kunai. You equip it. Alright. Great draw. I think I'm just going to do Shigeki here, so... They could, like... I mean, they could try to kill him. Alright, they got their blue. You're doing it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. Well, you know what? I haven't really seen Ninja's Kunai do much of anything yet. And it seems like a reasonable card. I guess we're going to find out if it's any good. Well, there's my Behold. But it's fine. Yeah. We'll go Island. Don't want to cast Shigeki here. I guess I'll just wait. I don't know what I want to do, actually. Maybe I'll just Explosive Entry the other Kunai. I don't want to let both of these Kunais, like, attack, because, like, they could, like, go to my face and deal 6, right? And that's kind of bad. I could, for 4 mana... Actually, no. It's... So I could return Behold to my hand at the end of their turn. So I think I'll wait. Seismic Wave, if that's what I need to do, and then otherwise cast Shigeki and set up the... Behold the Unspeakable. Suited up, baby. I seem to be thinking about it. You know, it's funny, the highlights are so interesting, the way that, like, the cards, like, highlight, it's, like, so cute. Imperial Recovery Unit. Okay. Yeah, I think the Unspeakable is about to be beheld. Oh. This could be, you know, again, you could use this as a card draw spell and, like, actually get, like, a lot more permanents, but I have no other permanents, actually, except for the Jukai Trainee. So it's target non-legendary cards. Actually, do I wait one more turn to get... Well, because then I have to do it on my next turn. I could get Kami's Flare and Behold the Unspeakable. So it might actually be worth waiting, like, for 6 mana. And I could just, like, fade into Antiquity. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait. Well, no, because then it's, like, if I have to cast spells, though. It might be worth waiting, though. Getting another Kami's Flare is huge. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I mean, I don't do anything with my turn, but they're like kind of not doing anything either. I'm gonna fade this. Actually, no, I'm not. Well, yeah, I am. I don't want them to get the kunai back. Yeah. And then depending on what they cast, I might seismic wave them. Yeah, okay. Let them equip that. I'll be really glad when they equip that, because then... Perfect. Alright, and then I'll get 2 cards back. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And draw a card. It's not bad. Alright, what 2 cards do I want to get back? Hold the Unspeakable. And there's actually arguments for all 3 of these. There's arguments for all 3. I think it's Kami's Flare, but I'm actually wondering now. I already have the explosive entry in my hand, so I don't think I need the fade as much. I mean, there are enchantments that they could play that I would want, obviously. I think I'm gonna take Kami's Flare. It like just hits more targets reliably. Well, yeah. I would like to draw a couple less land though. Oh, sure. Are you just going to jam that? I do have a Kami's Flare. I mean, maybe they got some sort of means of saving it. Oh. Oh yeah, I'll bottom this. I don't really need this, but this is a good card. Aha. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just cast both. What the heck? I'm actually not even gonna activate that though. They get to get in for 2, but... And this is also kind of wasted. It's like I waste both of the front ends of this, but I just get them in play. It's fine. I'm not afraid of this hitting me. Maybe I should be. I don't know. It seems silly to not just like play my spells, though. Don't have an artifact, so I'll be drawing a card. I have 9 mana, 10 mana. So I think I cast Boar. I guess this got... Did I stack these, or did this stack wrong? I don't remember stacking these. It just like kind of auto-stacked in the wrong way, maybe? It's not good. And then, yeah, I'll jam Sniper. Do I jam Sniper? I don't want them to have Farewell. One of the only cards that could beat me here. Nah. If they want to equip Familiar to Network Disruptor, like, they are welcome to. Sure. You get to get in for 3. But do I just attack you back for like almost lethal? Because I can Flame Discharge. So this is going to be a 5-5, 5-5, 4-4, 3-3. But I can, yeah, I think they're dead. So, yeah. Oh, especially if I do that. Okay, hang on. So 4-4. Maybe they got the Masters thing, in which case, I mean, it'll be close, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Explosive Entry on Disruptor. That's basically the only card that they can have here to not die. Okay, got there. That's some powerful cards in this deck. Turns out. Alright, gang. See you for the next one. Okay, round 5. Round 5. Is this a hand? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Again, I got the non-bow here, but whatever. Oh, sure. This costs how much? This thing kind of needs to die because it makes all my removal bad. That's right. I'll kill it on a later turn. I think the card's good. Especially because it's not a tap. Really helps. Oh, sure. You can battle. Do I hit it with the Flame Discharge for 2 or the Kami's Flare? I think I hit it with the Kami's Flare because this is going to start being able to club up a little bit. More expensive, but whatever, it's fine. I think I'm in decent shape. Yeah. Oh, Leech Gauntlet, sure. No reason to let that become a problem. Maybe a little aggressive, but I don't really think so, honestly. Again, name of the game is just stay alive. Oh, sure. Preserver. Yeah. Don't have any of my blue yet, which could prove to be a problem, but we'll see. Oh. Yeah, I can't stop it. That was the one reason like playing Fang was kind of bad, but so it goes. You can kill the archer if you want. You're killing Fang. Okay. There's no 1-mana pump, is there? Not that I'm aware of. But so do I block with Archer and then use the boar as a pump? I think I do, because this can just trade with the boar anyways, even if I get a smash in. And this leaves a 4/4 blocker on the field. Yeah, like I could have cast it, but whatever. Sure. Oh wait, I could have killed it because I had a modified creature. I keep forgetting that this thing clubs up with modified. Oh, I actually could have made a much better play there. I could have 2-for-1'd him. Shoot. That's fine. Would have been about the same, so. Alright, now we just have to see who draws better, basically. Well, that's something, yeah. Can't stop that. Well, that ain't it. Kind of flooding out, gang. I'm drawing a lot of land. They got a lot of land, too, which is fortunate, but I feel like they're drawing action. And they're just like, and I'm under pressure. It's bad. I have a lot of good cards here, too. Geothermal Kami? Okay. Put it on this, I guess it's a little bit better. Then you gain life. Oh, sure. So how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can cast it for 6 and get 2 cards back. And so what I could do is I could go like Kami's Flare and Ironhoof Boar, and then Kami's Flare when they go to cast that on something, which is what I think I'm going to do. Because that'll cost... Yeah, okay. I mean, I could get 3 cards back, but I think that 2-for-1ing them with the Kami's Flare on the same turn is like going to be a little bit better. Yeah? Okay. Long Reach of Night. Well, now I think I want to do something different. Let me think about this. That was a very good draw for them to get. I'm kind of annoyed. Now if I do all 3, like if I draw 8, I mean I can discard a card, but I can't cast the Kami's Flare, and it won't be able to save. So maybe I get the Flame Discharge instead. I go like Discharge Boar, Flare, and then I have to Discharge Boar, Flare. That's 8, and then what I can even just discard 1. No, I think I only do it for 2. And then I sacrifice Archer. Go Boar, Flare. No. Do the auto pay, right? Because it was about to fuck me there. Actually, I think I discard Boar. Okay, so maybe that was bad because I want to leave a creature behind so they can't just attack. Maybe I did this wrong. So now they won't just cast it. Right. Well, now I trade. Really not what I needed. So now I wish I would have drawn 3. Except they would have just cast that, and then I would have been in trouble. Yeah, so about drawing better. Like, what in the world, man? Like, I have a lot of really good cards here, but I need to draw them, you know? And now I'm, like, going to get beat up. Okay. Okay. Well, if I can't draw spells, I can't win, you know? I mean, I did draw the Shigeki, and that was nice, but then, like, I'd drawn, like, straight lands since we've entered top deck mode. Like, look how many spells that I have compared to it. And now I don't think I can win. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, that was an annoying one to lose. Alright, round 6. Left that one a little hastily. I wasn't happy. A lot of really good top decks in my deck. Again, I got the Shigeki, so I can't be too upset. But then also, like, it just really did not work out well. Yeah, I keep this hand. This is blue. So I actually have all my colors here. I do have double greens, but it's once I hit 6 mana, so, like, whatever. Sure. Oh, there's a green right there. Yeah. Somebody's getting a Kami's Flare. I just can't allow this to live. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to cast Hot Spring here rather than Shigeki. I'm probably going to cast Inventive Iteration on the next turn, and so I don't really... Like, I just like getting this in play first. Man, that last game made me sad. A Roaring Earth, huh? So I could go Shigeki, Roaring. Either way, I can't get the counter off Roaring Earth no matter how I play this. In fact, I think I'll just play Iteration instead. Yeah. Did I play the wrong land? I think I did. That's okay. I still can't get the land off it. That's okay. Play Forest. Play Shigeki. I think I might just keep Roaring Earth in my hand, honestly. At this point. And then I'm going to battle here. If they have something, like, okay, I can just do the bounce thing. Yeah, and at this point I don't see a big reason to play Roaring Earth. I think I just want it to be another big haste monster, so. I wonder what opponent's got. Tails Master Seshiro, sure. So here I go, Iron Hoof Boar. And you can't cast 6 mana spells next turn. And I got another big haste monster waiting for you, so. Huh? Yeah, so what's getting it? Boar's the worst choice, I think. Well, the thing is with Boar, like, say I draw, like, Fade to Antiquity or whatever, then I actually get a haste monster out of it. Huh? Yeah. I'm at 12. They're going to get a 5-5, but they're at 7. And so I can play this, make it a 7 power creature. They have to block to some degree while getting beat up with the rest of it. I mean, I don't really see a better option. I could cast like multiple of the cheaper spells, I suppose. I could, I don't know, leave something back. Though that doesn't seem right either. They do have a hand card though, which is scary. Because they're like threatening to like hit back for like 8. Maybe they hit back for more somehow. Like, is it better to like go Coiling Stalker, put the thing on that, and then cast the Bamboo Torch? I don't think so. I think I'd go for it. Oh, also this is a Trampler, so... Oh, they can tap something. That's pretty good. Oh, you tap that? That's not what you do. You're supposed to tap this. Okay. Tapped the wrong thing. Could have been scary. Could have been scary. They would get to attack back for 8, and then, like, if they had, like, the, Blessing of Bosager or whatever that card is, I would die there. But, that's not what they did. So, okay. Cool. Alright, round, 7. Round 7. We're up against Secret Doves. Opponent goes first. This is a risky hand, but I think I keep it because I have good defensive early plays, and then I can like use Tanuki to set up my hand. I keep. Sure. Might actually play the Roaring Earth first, depending. Okay. In fact, I think I will. It's like, because I'm not under like pressure really, and making my creatures like steadily bigger every time I draw a land is going to be decent on this board. But I do need to start hitting lands now. Ninja? Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I needed. Do I just jam Shigeki? They could kill it. They could kill it. I think I do it though. I take the risk. Set up my draw. Oh, that card worked differently than I thought it did. I was thinking that it needed to like modify creatures for some reason, but it does not. All right. The classic choke out. Like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Got a Tanuki. So, tough choice here. Because I want a red so that I can like reasonably cast these cards, but also I want a blue so I can set up my Behold the Unspeakable, and I'm more likely to find a red eventually. So which risk do I take? I think I get a blue. I think I get a blue because any red unlocks my hand. This isn't useful right now anyways. This is only okay. This I'm not going to cast till later. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. This is just going pretty poorly. That was going pretty poorly. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Just cost crew this 3. I'm just drawing straight red cards now. Of course I am. Like, of course I am. Like, I just draw straight red cards after making that choice. Like, oh my god, dude. That is so bad. This is absurd. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So if I cast Behold the Unspeakable, they only have 2 power in play, and they can't actually crew anything, but if they draw a card, they actually can. Alternatively, I could cast Explosive Entry and kill Surge Hacker Mech, because it's like the only thing that can attack, and then also cast the Bamboo Grove Archer. Maybe that's safer. Maybe that's safer. And killing Surge Hacker Mech, and then it's like, and then I have a 4/4 because I'll cast the Explosive Entry, and a 6/6 that they just really can't afford to attack into. Yeah. And then in following turns, I can start getting Behold the Unspeakable going. The problem is if I go Behold the Unspeakable, and then they have another creature to play, I'm still taking 5, and that's bad. Whereas I think this will like buy me a turn here. And get their worst threat off the board. Are you a flyer? Yeah. Okay. Still got a lot of problems. I guess Behold the Unspeakable is the choice. Man. That's very annoying. That's very annoying. So, I understand that, like, I could have picked a red there and, like, kind of unlocked my hand a little bit more. But there's high enough chance that I just find a red naturally that I really wanted to be able to cast Behold the Unspeakable at some point in the game. And just, like, sitting there choked out on 2 lands was just horrible. It's, like, so, like, it was a risk, but none of the cards, like, really mattered at that point, and then I ripped straight red cards, you know what I mean? Instead of, like, actually drawing a red source. So it went about as badly as it could have. Which is just very annoying. It's very annoying. And then also, like, yeah, I think if I had cast Behold the Unspeakable that turn, because what did they rip? Guardians? So they could have played, because what did they do? I can't remember how that last turn went. They like tapped and had, or no, did they already have Guardian? No, they already had Guardian, so they just tapped. So they would have only had 2 power. They could have cast that spell and then had the Surge Hacker, and then the 3/3 still couldn't have attacked. And so I would go down to 4, right? But then I'd be able to like set it up on like a future turn. I don't know. It's just like, it just went very bad. It just went very bad. Okay, well, let's see what I got. 4 and 3. Was that 4 and 3? 5 and 3? 4 and 3? It was 4 and 3. Yeah. Classic Dustin 4 and 3. All right, what do we got? Yeah, I think you take Binding Pole Ninja here. Just like a 3/3 Menace for 3 is already a really strong card, and then you can also like rip their best card out of their hand. You lose the Menace, but then you're like leaving a 3/3 behind. Probably better than Flame Discharge. Better than Life of Toshiro. You could take Invoke the Winds, but man, I've seen people cast the Quadruple Blue, but it's like, I think those folks are lucky. These Invokes are like really, really, really difficult to cast, and I'm just not a fan of it. It's so easy for it to not work out. Again, green is like kind of an exception because you can fix your mana a little bit more with green cards, but I guess I've seen people play like the Manalith to like help enable this, but it seems like you're playing a bad card to like cast a good card. I don't know, and even then it might not work out. You get like 2 islands in your Manalith, and you play this like bad Manalith, and still can't cast the card you're trying to cast off of it. Like, I don't know, but there's not much else in this pack. I think maybe Reinforced Ronin because it's just like such a good synergy piece in the right deck and like a good like aggressive creature. Yeah. This is Touch the Spirit Realm. Unless it's oh no, it's Eater of Virtue. Yeah, this card's good. Just the Bone Splitter side is like really excellent, and then the fact that like now you don't want it to like run up against like any graveyard synergies you might have, but you don't really get that many of those in this set. Like it happens, but it's not like a huge deal. Yeah, I think that like just like I said, I'm pretty anti-equipment, but something as cheap as this, part of the reason is it's so expensive and you're taking a big risk, but this is like really cheap, and both the equip cost is the much more important cost of the equipment, because that's the one that you're planning to pay multiple times over the course of a normal game where you have a piece of equipment, and so equip 1 is incredible, and giving +2/+0, it just allows like all your creatures to just start trading up better, and then like the stat stuff is just like, don't like go for it, like you don't need to like, oh I need to make sure I get a lifelink creature in my deck to like make this happen, but when you do, it just becomes insane. This is like really incredible, so you definitely want to run Eater. I would take it over Touch the Spirit Realm definitely, especially because it's colorless, so what a good card to start on. This is one of the, I would almost say this is one of the better first picks in the set, you know, so alright, cool. Yeah, that was the draft. 4-3 yet again. Thanks for watching, everybody.